Hello everyone, it's Bobby again. Okay, so, alright, what I am talking about today is the Assassin's Creed, okay? Now, as you can tell, I'm a pretty big fan. I love the Assassin's Creed video game, the franchise. I love everything about it. Now, I really am hopeful for these video games. We got the Assassin's Creed 4 coming out. Now, this one is so digitally more graphic than the previous Assassin's Creeds. I mean, they were all pretty accurate in their timelines and their histories, and also on a lot of the weapons and how they worked. I mean, if you had a rifle and you shot someone, I mean, it was a clean shot. If you used a handgun, you know, the little flintlocks, and you shot someone, it was a little more bloodier. So. I mean, they're pretty accurate in a lot of their stuff. But with this Assassin's Creed 4, it's going to be more digitally accurate because of the ocean. You got dolphins, sharks, fish. So I mean, it's going to be more digitally accurate with the scenery, with your enemies, with your character. Now, this Assassin's Creed 4 is basically no animus as far as what we've seen. They have not talked about a second character other than the ship that you're going to be a captain of. That's your other main character, is the ship. So I'm like, okay, so no animus. So obviously they haven't done anything to uh, the world per se. Okay, so mainly this is more of a, hey, this is just going to be a video game just to throw out there, you know. So that's kind of cool. Now, I'm actually in the middle of playing Assassin's Creed 3, and I just started thinking of this. How they left off Assassin's Creed 3, you know, really, the way, when you start thinking about it, it would make more sense for them to actually go ahead and make an Assassin's Creed 5. Um, or maybe Assassin's Creed New Generation or something, you know? Because when you start thinking about it, the way they left it off is that I was gonna mix up. I'm pretty sure it was Juno. She appears to you randomly, just going, "Oh yes, you must save our world. Please save our world." And at the very end, turns out she's the one. She's trying to rule the world. And the way they leave this off, now that you saved the world, I honestly think it'd make more sense to go ahead and make a new Assassin's Creed, because now that the world is saved, now that it's being trying to be run by her, maybe take the assassins and try to overthrow her, and not for power, just it goes against everything that their order stands for. She does. So maybe some new characters are gonna fall into line or something if they do something like this. Like how they're doing. With Edward and Connor. We don't have Ezio no more. So I mean, we don't have Desmond no more. Desmond died. So I mean, we really need. I feel that we need a continuation here because honestly, how it's left off is there's a story that could be told that's untold as of right now. You know, because the world is saved. Well, what about the other assassins? You know, his father. I should say, Desmond's father that you see in the video game. Uh, and then you have his computer techs that are there, and then you also have the other assassin teams that they actually hinted to you in Assassin's Creed 2, that there are other Assassin's Creed using the Animus. Okay, the rest of the Creed. So I'm thinking the way they've left it off, they should really go with an Assassin's Creed 5 or maybe a new direction, something that's more of a modern age today, you know. And that's not to say, oh hey, we're gonna take a car, we're gonna drive it around. If you do something like that, that stuff's already been done. So, what if, generalization, just go back to your old Assassin's Creed 2 style of transportation, just boom, you're there. You start your mission. But you still free roam in that area, and maybe a wider ranged area too. So maybe like you go around a certain maybe like city block or something. And I'm not saying that that's a good idea. I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but you think about it. I mean, that would make much more sense than to leave it off at the story that she is released onto the world against everything that the Order stands for. And now the Templars are going to do everything in their power to team up with Juno because they want the Order. And so, I mean, Templars would gain much more of a rule this way. So I would think, personally, Assassin's Creed 5 is an Order there. Alright? Maybe not this year, obviously, because you got 4 coming out. And maybe not next year. And maybe they already got one started, maybe next year. But, I mean, really though, Assassin's Creed 5 is a really called for game. And maybe they might not call it 5. Maybe it's Assassin's the final creed. Who knows? But it would make much more sense. I mean, do we really want to sit there and think, okay, Juno's released onto the world saved, yay! I don't want that in a video game. I want another video game to where I play and everything's eradicated. I eradicated it, alright? Not to say that you eradicate the Templars. Obviously, the Templars are going to keep popping up everywhere you go. So, maybe just a hint, like, hey, there's Templars still around after I defeated Juno on Assassin's Creed 5, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that way, you don't really have to leave it off. I mean, you can leave it off as, hey, they're going to still do their thing, and you don't really have to, have a video game after that. You've already defeated Juno. See what I'm saying? So if they do Assassin's Creed 5, I think personally that would make more sense that way to end a video game franchise than to say the world is saved and Juno's ruling it now, and the Templars have a bigger chance to team up with her. Doesn't make sense to me. So, if anyone agrees with me, like the video. If you don't agree with me, dislike my video.